So today I have the updated, shouldn't have done that. Today I have the updated version of the discontinued Omega CK859. This watch was mysteriously released and mysteriously discontinued without any warning, without even any proper marketing. And it even confused a lot of the Omega staff that I spoke with. They didn't know what to make of this release. But Omega has released the bronze gold edition, and I find this version to be a lot better than the original, but then they covered the case back. There's a lot to talk about. One of the things I love about this model is the bronze has this warm, almost pinkish hue, and it's said not to age as rapidly as normal bronze because of its mixture of different alloys, hence the name bronze gold. And not only that, the other thing that I love about this watch is the dial. The dial is absolutely gorgeous. And that was one of the problems I had with the previous 859, which was still amazing, but it was a bit too empty. I feel calling these watches boring is not doing them justice, because just because something is so beloved that we see them everywhere doesn't mean that it's boring as a watch, as a product, as a design. But here, what I love is that they've maintained the originality of the original 1939 vintage aesthetics, but this time with that beautiful Clou de Paris pattern. It just adds another layer of depth to an otherwise boring dial. And I love that. I love this watch. Even the case dimensions aren't too bad. I don't mind the 39mm case, to be honest, because you see, here's the thing. No matter how much we say that the industry is moving into a smaller direction, that's kind of like a certain group of the industry enthusiasts and journalists saying that, but then brands are still very much releasing larger watches because they cater to a majority demographic that still wants bigger watch. Now, not Panerai or Hublot 45, 46mm big, but 39, 40, 41, that is still a very popular case size. This watch comes in a 39mm case with a thickness of 11.7mm, a lug width of 20, and a lug-to-lug of 46.2mm, making this watch suitable for most wrist sizes. The crystal is dome sapphire with anti-reflective treatment on both sides, and you get 30 meters of water resistance. Now, as the rule with Omega, every watch that has 30 meters, it actually means that it's been tested down to 30 meters, not just one of those splash-proof rating. But do confirm this. I still wouldn't swim with this watch, but it's still good to know that you can do daily activities with this watch without worrying too much about it. The case is constructed out of what Omega calls bronze gold, which is the brand's own bronze alloy made up of 50% copper, 37.5% gold, along with palladium and silver. Now, this bronze metal does three things. It not only slows down the patina process, but also lets the aging happen beautifully. Two, unlike regular bronze watches that turn from gold to brown, this maintains a pinkish hue, which again, looks incredible on a dress watch. And three, this is a modern way of doing bronze. Bronze is not for everyone, but as enthusiasts, we like the idea of bronze. We like the theory behind, the aging process and how the watch ages with you. But realistically speaking, we don't like to deal with the rapid patina. So this solves those problems. The movement inside is the highly accurate Meta certified Omega caliber 8926. This is a manual wind caliber with 72 hours of power reserve, coaxial escapement, which ensures longer service intervals because of less wear and tear, a beat rate of 3.5 Hz, and because it is Meta certified, it can withstand up to 15,000 Gauss of magnetism. The strap it comes with is nothing special, and that's a shame because Omega usually does make some really good straps. But I would have preferred a bracelet option, something that would complement the vintage aesthetics of this watch, like a mesh bracelet. Now, if I was to point out to one thing about this watch that I absolutely love, it is the dial. the updated dial as compared to the previous generation CK859. The hobnail texture on the 925 silver dial, it just looks incredible. Breguet style design, but with Omega technology, Omega robustness inside. That's a good combination for an everyday watch. As compared to the previous CK859, this dial is a significant jump in its execution. Yes, it's a departure from the sportier Speedies and Seamasters, but it's a nod to the traditional watchmaking side of Omega. I am just not a fan of that Barris case back. What I would like to see is the same design, the same dial, even the same material, but on a non-Olympic edition. Like, I want to see that movement, because this is not a sports watch. This is not, you know, trying to look like a modern Omega. It's a vintage inspired Omega. Turn that around and you see that coaxial movement. That's a very unique juxtaposing design aesthetics that you wouldn't find in vintage watches. To me, that's fascinating. So I don't want them to hide this movement. Oh, watches. What kind of stuff you make us think of. But what do you guys think? I know that, you know, Omega does have its DeVille, its Constellation, its fair share of the dressier watches, but I feel compared to those, this is still a bit more interesting. Sits perfectly between the sportier watches and the dressier watches. What do you guys think? What do you think of this watch? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.